Marx also, and his collaborator Engels, refer to not nationalization itself as being an answer, because Bismarck, the old Count Otto von Bismarck in the early German reunification, actually nationalized the tobacco industry, the railways, etc., which he referred to as state socialism.
Terry, the contradiction in society between labor and capital, which Marxism and Leninism as a school of thought. Remember, we're a trade union, as you say, but we're inspired by Marxism and Leninism because it is omnipotent, because it is truthful. But I think at the center of it is about its clarity. It makes sure that the working class does not have ideological confusion. It teaches the working class to see itself as a class because it is exploited as a class, and that if it were to move forward, it must organize itself as a class in pursuit of the labor surplus value that is robbed broad daylight under a capitalist mode of production. There are a couple of things that I should say. I mean, the Nationalist Party that you're referring me to, one of the things that it did, it was to champion a state that intervened in the economy. There was maize board, there was wool board, and what is it was for? It was for intervening on behalf of the Afrikaner population. And the challenge we're sitting with at a time when now the population had to be served by a democratic government, that government basically collapsed into Washington consensus, into neoliberal agenda that says government has no business in business, we must allow the market to champion development. When we call for nationalization, we call for nationalization that must be under worker control.
If you mention under worker control, that takes you back to 1847, I think, with Karl Marx, who actually said there's no way forward unless you have communal ownership. And that means worker control. It doesn't mean the state running the enterprises and the workers being employees, as existed in Eastern Europe, as exists in China or North Korea. We have a fusion of state and capital. Which are you proposing?
Unfortunately, this is a very complex question. It's not like writing a test and answering exams. It can only, all what I'm talking about, first, there is a role before, there can be no revolutionary movement forward without revolutionary theory. And from where we're sitting, we see as important that, look, the state must be able to intervene in the economy, and the working class, which has got an interest against exploitation, must be part of that particular
But
process.
if that state has bad politics, it leads to bad practice, surely.
Well, when I'm saying that it must be under worker control, we're not saying that the working class must not organize itself as a class and impose its hegemony and transform the state and impose its hegemony in society.
So would you
the danger we're sitting with is people always, whenever they take over the state, to think that they can take the state that is untransformed and use it to deliver in the best interest of the people. You can't advance a revolution with blunt instruments.